Hi, my name is Antonio Edward, and I've already done a couple of videos today about Office 365. Sorry about the dark picture here, but I am using very low lighting. But I just got this really interesting program called Cam Studio Recorder. It's free, and I tested a couple of times, and it's doing a good job right now. So let's test this out. Now, I got two different images here that I got off the internet. It's Microsoft Office 365 and then Google Apps. Those are the competing cloud technologies that are available for businesses. Microsoft Office, as you've heard in my previous videos, are my favorite. I think Microsoft Office 365 is going to be the next generation for companies wanting to set up some type of portal and collaboration system for their business. Now I'm going to Office 365 website right now. Basically, all you have to do is just type office365.com, and then for Google, you just go app.google.com, and that will take you right to their website. All right, so right now I'm at the oh, my apologies. Okay, what is it? Oh, here we go. It's google.com/a, google.com/apps. So I do apologize. I got that one wrong. So as you can tell, you can get pricing here, and you also can get pricing here as well. You just click on plans on Microsoft Office 365. Click on plans, and if you're a small business of no more than 25 people, then go ahead and click on that, and it will tell you exactly what you get for the professional and small business plan. So basically, it tells you get email and calendar, you get Office web apps, which is good for have Microsoft Office Professional on their computer. You can access all your documents like OneNote, Excel sheets, Word documents, and PowerPoint presentation from any computer or any mobile phone, including my favorite, Windows Phone 7, which I believe is the phone for the Office 365 usage. Now, if you're a company that decided to choose Google Apps, then of course, by all means, get Android, because Android is formatted to work with Google Apps and anything else that's Google related. And so these are the things you get. The flexible plan, at first they were doing annual only. You have to pay $50 a year, and you save $10 because you get 2 months for free, basically. But they have always been $50 a year, so this is nothing new. You get unlimited user maximum. You can have a maximum of as many users as you want, and the contract's for a year, so you have to be with them for 1 year. Okay, that's a contract you got to sign with them. You get a lot of these services, as you can see here. User and group provisioning, single sign-on API. So if you have Active Directory, you can have Google Apps sign in automatically to their email, whether it's on Microsoft Outlook or into the Gmail account. And it's not gmail.com either. It is your own domain name. Now, one thing about Google Apps is that you have to have a domain name. You can't get away with not having a domain name. So you got to keep that in mind too. And this is especially for businesses who don't want any of their cloud material associated with their domain name. Or they may have like 2 or 3 other businesses running in conjunction, and they just want an internal network to work, and they want that on a separate domain. You don't have to have that with Microsoft Office, and I'll explain that in a minute. I'm not going to go into the details of how to sign up for Google Apps. It is a great service. I am not knocking Google Apps at all. Okay? And I will show my sincere face. I am not knocking Google at all. Okay? Google is a great product to use if you are a business They got a lot of great services in here. The only thing the only comment I've seen on Google Apps is the fact that the Google Docs is not very uh, extensive as far as what you can do. So what you have to do is download the document, edit it in Microsoft Word, or you can use one of those open source Office programs, like and then upload it back to the cloud on Google Apps. Now, Microsoft Office, they've been in the business of business management forever. I mean, we're talking about SharePoint. Okay, Microsoft Office SharePoint has been around for a very long time. And I do apologize, it's Microsoft.com/SharePoint. And if you want to get SharePoint by itself, you can. You are able to have an on-premise SharePoint account you have to set up a bunch of servers, and it's just too much. It's a lot to do. I mean, you really have to work very hard to get everything set up, or we can go to SharePoint Online. But why do that when you can sign up for Office 365? Because Office 365 offers not just SharePoint, but also Exchange, Link, and web apps, and also has the security of Microsoft Forefront. Now, Forefront is a program that protects your data from hackers and other outside elements. Now, Microsoft.com/exchange. Let me see if that pulls up. I'm not exactly sure if it will. Yeah, it's going there right now. Exchange is your email program. But it's not just email. We're talking about calendar, contacts, and phone and browser. I mean, we're talking about a whole lot of stuff into one. And you can either do online, which means that you don't have to host your own Exchange server, or you can host it on-prem. On-prem meaning on-premise, where you set up your own servers, but you have to worry about licensing fees, and it's just a lot of work. So you know what? All that. Google Apps, you're great, but I prefer the Microsoft product. Office 365 for professional and small businesses is a great way to start because you have email and calendar, Office web apps, website, and collaboration. Now, website means that SharePoint will give you a front-end website for your people to come to, like, for instance, www.contoso.com. Keep in mind that contoso.com is owned by Microsoft, and they use that for demonstrations when they demonstrate to other people about different services that they have, especially their online services. So website, and then collaborations, which is SharePoint. You can share files and documents. You can every team, every department can have its own site. So imagine this. Imagine your organizational structure. Okay, you got the corp office, the CEO, the CIO, and you just have this huge structure. Okay, that is the home page of your SharePoint site. Okay, then it starts branching out. Imagine a tree upside down, and you get all these branches. So then you have the engineering department. You got the shipment and department. You got the development department. You got the IT department. You have the sales and management department. So you have all these departments that also have their own site. And then within those departments, it breaks it down even more. Okay? The sales and management department breaks it down to sales, then management, then online sales, the people who develop the website, marketing, and stuff like that. I mean, you can break it down that way. And then within those particular departments, you have teams. So you got the sales floor. Maybe you have 5 stores. So then you break off even more sites where you have site 1, site 2, site 3, site 4, and site 5. And then within that, you may have 2 or 3 different teams. One sells cars, the other one sells car parts, and the other one is, car inventory. I'm just going on top of my head here. And so those are the individual teams, and each one of them are headed off by different managers. So it kind of branches down, and you have these different sites, and every site is given privilege. Every employee, I mean, is given a privilege to access those particular sites, work groups in sync. Um, you can set up and market your own small business using a simple front, a public facing website. And they have several templates you can choose from, so you don't have to know any HTML or any type of website design. You just choose the templates that they provide to you, put in your own text, and then voila. Just make sure you get someone else to, briefly read over your material. You also got Microsoft Access, which can run your inventory, public catalog, customer records, and other Microsoft Access database online with Access services. And so you can do all this stuff with Office 365. Now, IM and online meetings. Sure, Google has Google Talk. Okay? Google Talk is a great software you can install on everybody's computer, but Google Talk is meant just for Google Talk, okay? And anybody with a Gmail account and anybody who has a Google App account, the users within your organization can use Google Talk for audio and voice and video communications. Now, what Link does, and if anybody's familiar with Communicator, especially Communicator 2007 R2, it brings that as well as a live meeting. I don't know if you heard of if you guys heard of Microsoft Live Meeting, but Live Meeting is a great program for setting up meetings, and it's only up to 250 people, but that's okay because 250 people is what most meetings will usually have. Now, if you need meetings larger than that, then that's when you can always use Live Meeting for, and you definitely want to contact a Microsoft partner to maintain your Microsoft Live Meeting account so that you can continue to have a 10,000 person meeting. So now let's scroll down some more, and I want to talk about this guarantee. Nothing is guaranteed, okay? What this means is that if something does break down much longer than that can really hurt your business. Nothing's perfect, not even Google. Google is not perfect, nor is Microsoft. Okay, something breaks down, it's going to be down until they fix it. If they are not able to fix it within a certain amount of time, Microsoft will consider refunding some of that money back. And I've heard on Facebook of a company thanking Microsoft because they were down for 3 hours, and Microsoft gave them 25% off on their next bill, which is great. That's the guarantee. Okay, that's what any guarantee is. Nothing is guaranteed, but the fact is that we will put our money where our mouth is at, basically. Now, I'm going to briefly cover mid-size enterprise and large businesses, and even mid-sized businesses. We're talking about businesses over 25 people. If you have more than 25 people, or if you are projected to have more than 25 people, do not go for the small business and professional version. Start off with mid-size. It costs a little bit more, but you can start off with mid-size. Let's say, I'm going to give you an example. You own a coffee shop, right? And you have 10 people. You're thinking, okay, small business is great. If you know for sure that you're not going to go over 25 people at any time, then this is the plan for you. But if you show or even have a feeling that you're going to have, let's say you have 5 people, and the next year you may have 30 people, then you want to start off with mid-sized business, because the minimum amount of people that you can have on an enterprise account is 1. Okay? So how easy is that, right? What are the plans? Talk about that. All right. The plans, and keep in mind that went to plans, mid-size business and enterprise, and then I clicked on plans down here. And right now you're about this pricing structure. $10 per month per user for the enterprise edition for E1. Now the trial will start you out at E3 because they want to sell you this. Of course, more money. Microsoft wants to make money. Who doesn't, right? The maximum is $27, and that's if you get the phone package. This particular package is not available yet, and you have to have a link server on premise, which means that you need to have an IT staff on board, which does cost a lot of money. So what I recommend is that you stick with E1 to E3. To start off, try out the trial. Try it out for a month. It's given to you free for a month. And I'm going to explain what the kiosk worker is in a minute. But the enterprise will give you at $4 advanced administration capabilities, Active Directory integration. What that means is that your current Active Directory will automatically sync up with the cloud so that the user does not have to log in into every single thing at one time. They can just put in their username and their password and voila, they're in. But they don't have to sign in over and over again after they sign in the first time, which is great. And it's a one password, one username setup. So keep that in mind. So when I log into my computer, I use my username in my domain, and I log into the Microsoft Online Services, which is Office 365. It's the same exact password and username. You change the password in the Active Directory, automatically updates the password in the cloud, and vice versa. Okay, it takes a couple of hours for syncing, but it does work very well together. Messaging, I can never say that. Calendaring. Okay, I'll just say calendar. Okay, Jesus. Email archiving plan. Accessible from Outlook and PC, the web, mobile devices, plus a 25 gig mailbox storage. Google offers the same thing. Okay? No difference here. That's Exchange Online. See, they're taking a current product that they have been offering for years. They've been offering Exchange Online for years and integrating into one package for you. The same thing with site to site or site to share documents and information in SharePoint Online. Okay? Instant messaging and presence in online meetings with Link, which is a combination of live meeting under 250 people and Microsoft Communicator, Microsoft Office Communicator, which is something that they're phasing out. Okay? You get very good antivirus and anti-spam filtering for your email and website by using the Microsoft Forefront Online Protection for Exchange. So that's great because that keeps your mail and also your internal network from any type of antivirus or any other type of attacks out there, attacking your information. And licensing for every one of your employees that you have, or that you're paying $10 per user per month for. Now, if it's $16, you get to use the Office web apps. An Office web app is a web version of Word, Excel, PowerPoint, OneNote, and other applications. And so web app allows your employees to view those documents and edit the documents. So you can view, edit, and share content created in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. Great thing to have, and for employees that just need something really quick, like they don't use their computer that much, but they need to get on there and do a couple of things here and there. And the web app is probably like Google Docs. There are limitations. You can't do everything the actual application can, but it is good to have it because you never know when you might need it. Complete and full feature set of the Office productivity applications with Office Professional Plus. Now I'm actually going to open a new tab here, okay, so we can see exactly what you get. Actually, I can tell you right now before that even opens up. Um, Microsoft Access, Excel, Info Path Designer, Info Path Filler, OneNote, Outlook, PowerPoint, Publisher, SharePoint Workspace, which is the replacement for Groove, Word, and of course the Microsoft 2010 tools, which includes all this stuff here. The Picture Manager I like a lot. I like the Picture Manager. It's very limited in what you can do with it, but it's just a quick way to kind of do something really quick without having to open up Photoshop. Okay. And then under SharePoint, there's another workspace that you can use, which is sort of like how Groove works. So let's go to the Office Professional version. And so I can show you exactly what you get with that. It's a pay-as-you-go service. That's a good thing to bring out, because for how much a month again? For $24 a month, you can have the full Microsoft Office Professional Plus, which is normally like over $600 per user. You only have to pay $24 a month per user. Okay, so that's a lot cheaper than having to purchase the whole program that will retire in 2 or 3 years, because they're going to have something else, that's going to come out. And you always will have the latest version. You just have to upgrade. And then for $27 a month, you get the phone capabilities, which I don't believe is ready yet, but that's something that you can talk to your Microsoft partner about. Now, let's get to the $24 a month. You get advanced archiving features, unlimited email storage, and hosted voicemail with Exchange Online. And you get sites with advanced capabilities for rich forums, enhanced data visualization with Visio services, and publishing of simple databases through Access services with SharePoint Online. I mean, it's just so much you get with that. Okay, so I just want to show you what you get if, like I said, if you have 21 people in your business, do not get professional small businesses unless you know for sure, and you know for sure that your business is not going to go over 25 people. Okay? Otherwise, go ahead and go with the mid-sized business. Now, you do not get the professional Microsoft Office 2010 Professional Plus with the small business package. Okay? But what you do get is a lot of great collaboration, productivity software. You can purchase Microsoft Office and get Outlook to retrieve your mail, or you can get your mail by accessing your email over the internet. Okay, so let's see where I'm at on time here, because YouTube is very finicky about that. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go ahead and do a part 2. So I'm going to show how to set this up on the next video, and I'll be right back.